Let me take you back in time to 1998. You're a kid, and you got a Nintendo 64, and you got the latest Zelda game, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, you go through the game and you complete all the dungeons, you go to all the temples, and you make it to Ganon's castle. At the top of Ganon's tower, you defeat Ganondorf, you escape the castle with Princess Zelda, and you think you won. You think it's over, and it seems like, Ganondorf couldn't have survived that. But then, Link and Zelda, they hear a sound. And then Link approaches the sound, and then all of a sudden, flames come up all around, and Ganondorf pops up from the center, showing you that he has the Triforce of Power, and then it happens. He turns into the demon beast, Ganon. No little subtitle before words like all the other bosses did, just Ganon. That fight left an impression on me when I was a kid. It wasn't 1998, and it wasn't the N64 game. It was actually the collector's edition for The Legend of Zelda. I recently did a replay through of this, and even before, if I didn't even just do a replay of it, that ending just had a lasting impact on me as a kid. And Ocarina of Time, naturally, is one of the greatest games ever made. I mean, Metacritic says at least. Editing Brendan here, and I thought now would be a good time to really look at this. Look at the packaging. Look, I'm touching it, and I'm feeling it, and I'm reading it. Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. Look, it's really cool. It says promotional disc. Includes 4 classic games. Look, you got a whole back here talking about the 4 games. The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, and there's a demo for Wind Waker. Isn't that cool? Look. You can open it up. You can open it up. This little special offer thing, which I don't know what that is. Subscribe to receive a free. Anyways, you got a manual. You got all this cool stuff in this box. It's really cool. Really cool. And the best part, look, this is it. The physical disc with a game on it that I own. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool, right? Right, Sony? Isn't that neat? Long live physical, bitches. So naturally, it is a pretty big year for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. We got a remake coming out. People are saying November-ish time. We don't know for sure, but it's pretty clear what Nintendo's holiday plan is, and it is this remake. Of course, before they even announced the remake, they announced this. It is a collaboration, once again with LEGO, for a LEGO set that is the final battle against Ganon. The last battle. And even on the back side here, you can see that there's a version of it where Ganondorf is popping out from the center, showing that he has survived the collapse of the castle. Now, today we're going to unbox this, and then I'm going to put it together, and we're going to then review it. I've done this before. Nintendo is not new to this. They have done quite a few collabs with LEGO at this point, mainly with Mario, but they've done a Deku Tree set, which I kind of thought about getting, but decided not to, because I think that one's way more expensive. Also, this one is more it's more intimate, because it's a part of my childhood. Even though I was more of a Majora's Mask guy, Ocarina of Time still was a big deal for me. I will say one thing right off the bat. I did think that this thing was going to be bigger. It doesn't look as big as I thought it was going to be. It's pretty wide though, so I think that's promising. But yeah, I'm going to put this together and then I'll see you afterwards. Alrighty, so here we have it. The last battle, Ocarina of Time, Lego diorama. Or Lego set, however you want to say it. I forgot how long it took me to make Lego builds. I didn't learn from my Bowser statue build, which we will compare this to in size. I did not learn from that, and this took me about 4.5 hours to build. So I'm not the quickest builder for these things, but yeah, I really like how this turned out. It's so cool. I think the price mainly comes for the detail that's in this, opposed to like the size, because it is very detailed and really cool, and has a lot of fun things in it. So let's go over it first of all. The amount of pieces, I don't think I went over it. 1,003, so that's a lot of pieces. In detail here, so you got Ganon here, got Link jumping from up here. Zelda down here shooting her ray of light to kind of stop him so that you can deal the final blow with the Master Sword at the end, which is really cool. You can see Ganon's tail, the glowing part, which is the weak spot. He's also got a torn up cape in the back, which is really cool too. Let's actually take these guys off and look at them individually. But then there's one more surprise before we look at them individually. Little surprise. Boom. Ganondorf. In the flesh, showing that he survived the castle falling. So we got a little Ganondorf minifigure here. Cape and all. Yeah, there's a little switch in the back that you push, and that goes up. Also, surprise appearance, little cameo, the Megaton hammer that you get in the Fire Temple. So, you could, say, take the Master Sword from Link, because there is a point in the battle, if you've played Ocarina of Time, you know this, you've beaten it. There's a part, for the most part with the battle against him, you actually lose the Master Sword. So you have to kind of improvise, using the light arrows to shoot his face, and then to get to his tail, you have to use one of your other items, and the Megaton hammer is an option. So let's get a closer look. Okay. You got Link with the Megaton hammer. Pretty detailed Hylian shield. Take the hammer out. Just Link like that. And Master Sword actually has a little cool blue glow to it. And Link holding that. He also has an alternate face you can do, where he's just kind of neutral. Puts the hair back on, and he has kind of a neutral look on his face, which I also find pretty neat. We got Zelda, she's firing a ray of light like I said, but you can take that off. She's pretty detailed as well. And she also has kind of a neutral face. That you can give her. Quick look at Navi. It's just kind of like a little Lego piece. With a little sticker on it, kind of. Now, as I mentioned, we got Ganondorf. Now the Deku Tree Lego set, you can get the other two, but this is the only one where you can get Ganondorf. And it's same with the glowing yellow eyes. I have him. Because after he rises from the rubble, you do get those. But he has an alternate face, where it's him doing like an evil smile, and he has normal normalize. And the last guy we gotta look at, the main attraction of this, big man Ganon himself. We're going to have to zoom out a little. It's kind of harder to see, but he's hard to see in the game as well when you first encounter him. But did a lot of cool little detail things. He's kind of Bionicle-like in ways. Swords are pretty cool. Detail in the hair. Nice ripped cape to kind of indicate, yeah, this was Ganondorf. But yeah, I really like the detail they put into all of the characters, including Ganon, who was the last part you actually build. You build the set, and then you, like, the arena, and then you build Ganon. We do take a look at the set piece a little bit. I like how there's like a Triforce in the front of it to show that it is like a display kind of, and it's Zelda themed. And then, yeah, you got the chunks of the castle, quite a bit of debris. You got the flames, because if you haven't played the game, the arena around Ganon is like a circle of flames, so that's a nice detail. And I think they pretty much nailed what they were going for with this set. I'm very happy with it. I think it's really cool. The last thing I want to show off is something that was cool with the Bowser figure as well as the question mark cube, which I don't believe I made a video on the question mark cube, but it was really cool. The instruction booklet is worth keeping because there's facts about Ocarina of Time and some artwork and stuff. Can't really see it very well with how the blur thing is. I would fix the focus if it was manual, but this camera is kind of shit. It does autofocus, so yeah, but there's a lot of backstory behind the scene that it's based on and all that stuff. So, really cool stuff. Alright, so I figure one last thing to do before we really end the video is compare this set with the other set I reviewed, which is a giant Bowser figure. Now, I'll say this, I definitely feel like this one is aimed towards like an older audience, like one who grew up with Ocarina of Time, like I mentioned prior. And, you know, I think it's really cool. And it's obviously made for, like, you know, it's not made for play, it's made for display. This one's more made for play. It has a little thing that goes with, like, the whole Lego Mario game thing that was going on. I'm not sure if they're still doing that. I know they are still making Mario Lego sets. I saw one of Mario riding Yoshi when I went to pick this up. It was like right by this one. But yeah, you can see the size comparison. Bowser's obviously bigger. I think this one took me a lot longer to build actually. But yeah, I really dig these Nintendo Lego kind of collabs that they've been doing. So if you're a big Nintendo / Zelda fan, I do recommend you pick this up if you wanna, maybe you haven't built a Lego set in a minute and you want something cool to display. This is definitely, I think, worth the buck. It's about $130 before tax, and I think it was money well spent. I had a lot of fun building it, and I'm sure you guys will too. And I'll have real fun displaying it, because it's one of the, it's probably the coolest Lego thing I have, if I'm being honest, next to the question block and the Bowser. A little quick update before we truly go. I am going to be posting more video game stuff soon. Most of it is going to be Zelda Ocarina of Time related because we do have the remake coming out, so we're going to have a lot of Nintendo related stuff coming out soon. But if you're not here for that, but you're here for the music stuff, I do have some videos relating to music, including record reviews, coming out soon. But I've just been kind of off my game lately, and I apologize for that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative and you formed your opinion on whether or not you're looking to pick the setup. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell when you do. And yeah, so long and good night.